Hi guys, welcome to my channel Subhasar's classes. Today in class 12 chemistry we are going for the first chapter, the solid state. What is a solid? What are its characteristics? How solids can be classified? If there are types of solids, then what makes them different types? We shall discuss all of them, but the first unit from the solid state will hover about the types of solids and the classification based upon their bonding and their nature of crystallization. So in this class we are first going for solid state, and as you know there are two words, solid and state. The substances, matter around us are generally found in three different physical states: solids, liquids and gases. And solids are those ones which we can hold, we can push, pull, we can deal with them, and they are prettily available around us. And when we just hold a solid, what do we feel? It has a mass, it has a shape, it has a perfect shape, be it a geometric shape or not, but it has a shape, and it has a perfect volume. There are some solids which are called metals. When we beat them, we have a sound, that is the sonorous character. And there are some substances which can be bended, you can bend them. There are some which are ductile, you can make wires out of them. These are the metallic characters. But what are the solid characters? What are solid substances? Solid substances, in order to become solid, they would have certain important chemical behaviors. First point, in the molecular level they should have shortest or smallest intermolecular distance. The molecules between them, the molecules in them should have shortest distance. That means they should stick to each other, almost stick to each other. The first point is the solid molecules are very closely situated. The second point is they have a strong attraction between them, so strongest intermolecular force. And since the particles are very closely situated, more mass is in less volume, so they have maximum density, so largest or highest density. Since there is so little space left between the molecules, so other foreign molecules cannot enter or pass through them, so the rate of diffusion will be low, so lowest rate of diffusion. And like liquids, they are not incompressible, they are incompressible. They have definite geometry, definite shape, size and geometry. So there are so many characters, so I just quoted some of them. Some of them are they conduct electricity and heat, some do not. There are so many characters. They have sometimes malleability, they have sometimes flexibility, sometimes they show elasticity, some of them show ductility, some of them are brittle, some show rigidity, and so many other characters are present in solids. So when matter is in solid state, it must behave this way, it must have these features at least. Then how can the solids be classified? The solids are primarily classified into crystalline solids, those which take shapes, and the amorphous solids, those which do not. clearly these things have clear crystalline shapes, so definite shapes, definite geometrical shapes. Some are cubic, some are rhombohedral, some are tetrahedral. There are different shapes. They possess no definite shape. If you find here large grains, this will be powder like, and in crystalline solids there is a molecular arrangement which is repeated over a large distance. So atomic arrangement repeats over a long range. But in this case it repeats for a short range. The atomic arrangement repeats over a very short range. So in this way there are so many differences, but practically these things make us clear whether the substance is crystalline or amorphous. Now, what are the types of crystalline solids? The crystalline solids they can be further classified depending on the nature of bond they have. Some of the crystalline solids are crystals because the oppositely charged ions are strongly bound between them, and these ions make an ionic bond, and ionic bond is a strong bond, so they form ionic substances, and crystalline solids may be ionic in nature. So ionic solids. The constituent particles are ions. They are made up of ions, oppositely charged cation, positively charged, versus anions, negatively charged. These ions combine with each other. They are bound to each other and make ionic bond, and they are very strong. They have high melting and boiling point, and so on. There are properties. The second kind of crystalline solids are molecular solids. These molecular solids have molecular bonds. They are of three types, and out of the polar molecular solids, if I call it MS molecular solids, then polar MS, polar molecular solids, non-polar molecular solids, and hydrogen bonded molecular solids. In the next class we shall deal with them properly and elaborately, but in this class we are going for just the frame of the part. The third kind is these molecular solids will have the constituent particles are atoms, generally molecules, and they have a less strength. The force in the ionic solids, the forces were strong Coulombic forces, and in this case the van der Waals forces like London forces, London dispersive forces. In the forthcoming class we shall deal it with properly, and maybe hydrogen bond in some other cases. In the third kind we have covalent or network solids. In this case, the constituent particles are generally atoms, and these atoms make covalent bonds between them. They have low MP and BP, and they are called network solids because sometimes they make layers. So diamond and graphite are few of them. Then comes metallic solids. This is a kind of solid in which the metallic ions and the electrons are strongly bonded to them. So metal ions and free electrons, they play an important role in building the metallic solids, and these solids have metallic bond. So this is the way how crystalline solids are classified. They are classified accordingly the bonds they have in between. They may have ionic bond creating ionic solids, they may have molecular bonds creating molecular solids, they may have covalent bond creating covalent solids, and they may have metallic bond creating metallic solids. This way we have classified crystalline solids. In the further class we shall go for crystals, the crystal systems, and the cause why crystals are made, and also the crystal lattices, and so many things. So till the further class, thanks for watching. Bye.